if I like this book, there'd be a lot of people that probably wouldn't buy it. But if I don't like it, everyone that doesn't like me will probably buy it.
You said you weren't impressed with it.
No, not really. No.
Why not?
Well, we are good friends, but we don't live in the same road. He's walking on one road, and I'm living on another one, you know. He's making money, and he's in business to be a writer. That's his trip. That's not my trip. I'm not into that. And he's kowtowed himself and compromised himself to the public. I think the public is full of it. They're a bunch of ants that want to eat me up, and they feed on fear and things they're insecure about. They want to blame someone else, like a bunch of chickens pecking on each other. Well, I fell up underneath the pecking order, and I was convicted for being the father of this country. I was convicted for being Jesus Christ and the devil. Now, if that makes any sense to your reality, public, you know, there's something missing in your world. You can't blame someone for 9 mayhem murders unless you want to say that I have laid plot and design to destroy you. And I'm working to save my air, my water, my trees, and my wildlife. And I'm trying to do away with society. I tried to stop Nixon, and I stopped him dead in his tracks. I tried to stop the Vietnam War, and I did it. And all the things I did without breaking the law. Because your law is 1776. You got jet airplanes going 6,000 miles an hour, and you're reading books that was written on the back of horses. Why don't you tell the public what's really going on? Why don't you tell them the water is so bad the fish can't live in it? Why don't you tell them that the polar caps are melting because you're creating so much heat with this machine? You see what I'm saying?
1987 interview. He steadfastly refused to admit guilt or show any remorse for his actions.
You won't face the fact that there's a holy war moving upon the planet Earth. You couldn't see the blood splattered all over the walls. Now you say you want to blame one guy for it. I seen it. I witnessed it go by. I seen the children, what they were trying to do, and I was sympathetic with them. But you might say I'm a devil in this respect, that I never broke will or entered into anyone's circle with breaking will in any respect whatsoever. I just watched the flow downstream.
From your words, as Mr. Emmons quotes them in this book, it's clear that you were guilty of murder, and yet he says in all his conversations with you, he never heard you express remorse. Have you never felt it?
Remorse for what? You people have done everything in the world to me. Doesn't that give me equal right? I can do anything I want to you people at any time I want to, because that's what you've done to me. If you spit in my face and smack me in the mouth and throw me in solitary confinement for nothing, what do you think's going to happen when I get out of here? What do you think's going to happen to you? The things that you create in here.
That was... You don't feel guilty at all?
There's no need to feel guilty. I haven't done anything I'm ashamed of. Maybe I haven't done enough. I might be ashamed of that, for not doing enough, for not giving enough, for not being more perceptive, for not being aware enough, for not understanding, for being stupid. Maybe I should have killed 400 or 500 people, then I would have felt better. Then when I felt like I really offered society something.
Have you never felt remorse for the crimes you committed?
What crimes? I told you I haven't committed any crimes. I don't break laws. There's no need to break a law. Why should I break the law? I'm in God's will. Do you feel guilty? Do you feel guilty for the thousands and millions of Indians that you destroyed? Do you feel guilty for the gas chambers where you've killed the Jews? Do you feel guilty for timeless, endless? How far can you go back and say guilty of what? Guilty of what? There's no need to be guilty. Then you're going to make me suffer till I say, okay, now I feel guilty. And then you feel secure now that I feel guilty? Was that going to make you feel better if I feel guilty? Guilty. I wouldn't do anything that I felt guilty about.
The book says you get a lot of mail from people who want to follow you still.
Follow me? Did you have any choice? You'll all follow me. I don't, you know, you got these people over here that want to live. You want to live? Get in line, we'll live. You don't want to live? Hurry up. You know, the gate's open. You know, do your thing, man. Here, give them some coke. All Charlie's friends get free coke. Give them cocaine. Let them go, man. If they want to commit suicide, get some suicide parlors out there and let all them self-destructive idiots go. All the people that want to live, stop cutting down trees and stop polluting the ground. You dig? Let's clean up the world we live in, you know? Hey, how you doing? You still in there? Is anybody there?
And you say you could never have had in the world as many followers as you have because of the sensationalism.
I never had any followers. I had a lot of friends. They weren't followers. They were friends. They were people that we sat down and we were honest with. We smoked grass and we sat in a circle and looked at candles. You know, there was no followers. There was no leaders. It's just a bunch of intelligent people trying to put some order into their existence. They're trying to get out from underneath what their parents left them. They're trying to get unlocked from the Second World War. They're trying to get out from the burning monk that's in the street burning himself to death because there's something's not right, something's off balance. Did you ever take it back upon yourself to say that you're responsible for Helter Skelter? Did Jerry Rubin and A.B. Hoffman and Dr. Timothy Leary take any responsibility for the children that they said that I influenced? You know, you want to drop the blame on Charlie and say it's all Charlie's fault.
What did you do?
I do the best thing I know how. Nothing. I play music and I smoke a little grass now and then because it helps me and I like to relax with it. That's about it. I don't see anything wrong with drugs. Drugs is all right if you don't misuse them. If you misuse them and you're misinformed about them, then you make a big bad thing about them. And that's what the public has done. You know, if I wanted to kill somebody, I'd take this book and beat you to death with it, and I wouldn't feel a thing. It'd be just like walking to the drugstore. But yet you want to come and say, do you feel blame? Are you mad? Do you feel like bear-ramage? Why don't you blame the little babies?
Mr. Emmons, this is a very...
I got to take a shit. Would you excuse me?
Take your mic off and get
Hey, you don't mind if I'm directed to the point, do you?
Not at all.
It don't take me to tell you that you're about 10 pounds overweight, does it?
Thanks.
But I can be honest with you, Ken.